F Your Life Radio Podcast with Big Steve, Chris the Key, and Soy Sauce Boss.
Okay. Remember this?
Yeah.
You remember this?
Yeah, it's groovy. It's a jazzy little tune.
What does he say? Because you should know the lyrics by now. What does he say? Go.
Fuck, man. I forget. That was like 6 episodes ago. I don't fucking... What? Play it again?
Well, I mean, that's a fail.
Something grab him by the pussy?
Yep, exactly.
Okay,
there
cool.
it is.
Okay. That'll forever be the right answer for everything.
Grab him by the fucking pussy.
Yes, sir. We are in the building. You are in your feelings. This is F Your Life Radio. I got part of the team with me. The Soy Sauce Boss is here. What up, though?
What up?
Chris the Key is out on assignment today.
He's sick. He's having a little sick day.
A little bit. He's it's tough. He's got 2 kids under the age of 10 in his residence. So, and you know, kids by no fault of their own, they fucking stay sick.
Yeah. I mean, and the last time he was sick and in here and we were recording EYL radio,
yes, sir,
he got me fucking sick.
Yeah.
He got me fucking sick.
You are the germ sauce boss. So
yeah.
You are one of the most sanitized men in the history of sanitized men, I have to say.
I like my shit sanitized.
Everything is pure and very crispy all around you.
Well, like, I got to mop and sweep, and, like, my bathroom, like, you know, I got to clean that, but, like...
Do you do that daily? Is that, like, a daily thing for you?
No, I have to really bad. It's been a couple weeks, actually.
Since you mopped?
Well, yeah, because I've been working a lot. I've been working 2 jobs, ride share plus my normal khaki white.
Can you say the cubicle white, as we'll put it?
I work at a company called Cubicle White.
Are there, like, all sorts of TPS reports? I just picture, like, do you have, like, this one manager that, like, or not manager, actually, I don't know what they're called. Are they called managers?
Well, yeah, and I basically work in the division, the white privilege division. That's where I work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I work in the white privilege division.
Yes, sir.
Shuffling papers at Cubicle White.
You are who's head of the white privilege department over there?
Oh, Jesus!
Is it somebody named like Gary?
Is it Donnie J? Is it Donnie J?
Well, now it's D. Trump. But he's a different type of leader.
Jesus.
Well, should we get into that? I was wondering how long it was going to take us because we can't not.
No, exactly. Last week was obviously our episode was right before, you know, the big election.
Yeah.
Now here we are.
As we speak, we have a new leader of the free world. What can I say? I mean, we all got grabbed by the pussy, man.
No, like my pussy's still a little sore.
It got grabbed.
Because, like, it's like he just went, fuh, and, like, fucking, like, grabbed
when you're a star.
He's a star, so there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
You do what you want when you're a star.
Yeah, he can do what he wants, and, you know, he just grabs my pussy like a fucking bowling ball and
Is this
fucking
not
jams it.
fucking crazy to anyone else?
Understood what was said. This was locker room talk.
Locker room talk. I mean, that guy is our fucking president. Are you kidding me?
The leader of the free world, D. Trump. Unbelievable. So let me go through what I was like. Explain what I was going through that night. So I was at work on election night, and let's go back. Yeah, it was horrible. I was working till like 11 p.m. So I was going to miss the whole thing. So let's go back. So last week I predicted that Hillary Clinton was going to win because I really had it set in my mind that was a pre-planned. I'm not too much of like a tinfoil hat conspiracy like theorist guy.
Right, no, but like it seemed like, well, no, she was polling like in the 90s percent-wise.
Right.
And those polls are usually fairly accurate.
Right. So, and not only that, but she lied and cheated her way to the election. What I mean by that is she fucked over Bernie Sanders badly.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of some shadiness in the DNC. She fucking rigged it. I mean, so, I don't want to say allegedly.
Whatever, allegedly. I mean, this is all speculation, sort of. But not really, you know.
Kind of, not really, allegedly, sort of.
Yeah, but not really at all.
But not really at all.
So anyway, so I thought that she had it in the bag. I'm like, all right, well, there's no point in fucking watching this.
Yeah, no.
So,
exactly.
I was at work anyway, so I was kind of monitoring it through my phone. Like, I would kind of pull up my phone every couple hours and be like, oh, well, you know, she got this state, he got this state. He got the states who I immediately thought, early, I thought he got all those Arkansas and...
Yeah, some of those states I forgot existed.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they were
Arkansas or Arkansas, whatever the fuck.
I just think of the U.S. as L.A., Chicago, fucking Phoenix,
San
Houston,
Francisco.
San Francisco, L.A. That's it. Not even Seattle and all that.
No.
What
and
is
then there's just a lot of random shit in between.
Oh, Vegas too.
Vegas,
Phoenix, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, fucking, you know what I mean? Miami, New York.
Yeah,
That's it.
And that's it.
That's the country.
Yeah. Wisconsin might as well be a third world thing for you.
That's different land.
Yeah.
I would you have to get shots to go in there.
Yeah, you need tuberculosis shots.
Yeah.
So he got all those weird random states. I was like, okay, that's to be expected. And then she started to not get some of the states that they were saying. I knew Arizona was going to swing.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, she got all those little tiny all those East Coast joints, right? All the Delawares and what was it New Massachusetts,
the Vermonts, and all that.
Yeah. So and I was like, okay, that's to be expected. So then I didn't check. I'm like, okay. So towards the end of my shift, it's 10:30, Arizona. We're Mountain Time now, so we're not because we're not.
Did that already change?
Yeah. No, California's an hour behind us.
That's fucking stupid.
I still don't understand how that works, but
yeah, we don't even pay attention.
That's neither here nor there. Yeah. So, anyways, it's 10:30. It's towards the end of my shift, and I look, and Trump's leading. And not only is he leading, he's leading by a lot. And I'm like, dude, no fucking way right now. No. And I'm like, okay, well, there's a lot of states still haven't been called.
Arizona was a final. Yeah. I thought Arizona was going to turn into Florida.
Michigan was still up for grabs. At that point, Pennsylvania was still up for grabs.
Yeah.
So I go home, and at this point, I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to watch this shit. So I turn on the fucking TV, and I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch. That is just pure propaganda, in my opinion.
The whole thing is dumb. But you had to go to some news thing.
Right.
Allegedly.
And so they're saying, by the time I get home, it's a little bit past 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And were you up at this point, or had you already
when he was up 2:30 to 2:10 or something?
Well, yeah.
I was like, oh, she could actually still fucking pull this out. And
there were a lot of states that were still in the bowl.
Yeah, and I went to bed.
Right. Well, I was a lunatic, and I stayed up and watched. And by the time I get home and turn on TV, this really, I don't know, credible, but it was a major news network, was now predicting that Trump was going to win. And I fucking lost my shit. I did not, I thought it was there's no way. Because you remember in 2000 when, because what was it, CNN reported that Al Gore had won, but then they had to take it down, and then Fox News was reporting that George Bush had won. And so it was, remember early? Do you remember all that?
Yeah, that's just dumb.
So I thought it was that. I was like,
locker room.
It was a bunch of locker room talk.
I don't think you understood what was said. This was locker room talk.
So finally, towards the end of the night, and I'm getting tired, it's a wrap. And now they're saying that Trump's about to speak and that Hillary Clinton has called him to concede.
Wow.
And it's just midnight. So this is now, I think 2:30 or 11:30. So it's 11:30 our time. So it's probably 2:30 East Coast.
Those cheers are because I hit the wrong button, actually. So
right.
I wasn't cheering that happened.
Right. No, that was...
I'm actually fucking bummed.
I was wondering what was going on with that. I was like, oh, okay. Well, so he has a speech. And did you watch this, by the way?
Yeah. I saw it the next day. The next day.
Did you watch? I was watching for the most ludicrous things. I'm a fucking lunatic, and they kept on showing this panning to this woman in the crowd who was 9 feet fucking tall. Did you see this woman?
No, I didn't even see all that.
They kept on panning to this one woman who was in Trump's crowd. She was wearing all white, so you couldn't miss her, and she was literally I want to say she was 7 feet tall. She looked like Sean Bradley with a wig. It was fucking unbelievable. Last week she fucked around and got a triple-double. For sure.
Jeez.
It was the most, and I was like, who the fuck? I think she was a tranny, allegedly. And for Trump to have a tranny in the crowd would have been unprecedented, if you know this would be Trump.
Well, no, he, I guess, supports the LGBT.
Oh, is he now saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trump's a Democrat. People forget that. He put on these clothes because it's a guaranteed vote. When you're a salesman and you want something, you go for the guaranteed thing. I mean, he talked shit and, pissed people off and fucking they cast.
How much of this? Well, here's the thing. He did. So speaking of that, he did talk a lot of shit. So he's going to have to do all these things that he allegedly said, right? I mean, what's he... he was talking all sorts of shit, like Obamacare. Is that out the window? Is he gonna...
I mean, the latest thing NPR allegedly that I read and saw was that, like, he actually... There were some things he might even keep from it, but, like, he called it, like, the worst deal ever.
Yeah.
But, like, that's... Dude, people forgot. Everybody's stupid.
Right.
Nobody on any side of things, like, won. It's like, he sold us all. She was gonna sell us all. To be honest, the real... And not just because I kind of went this way.
Sure.
But... The real stuff should have been in us getting pissed off in about the two-party system.
And it really doesn't work.
Yeah, and really just look at that because you say, like, fucking, there's only these two choices. This was the best example of that.
Right.
So you got to add some more. You look at other countries, they have all different parties. There's all sorts of parties.
Well, so I know you were going hard for Gary Johnson, right?
After Bernie got
fucked over,
allegedly.
After Hillary cucked him.
Yeah, after Hillary cucked him.
Right.
Then I was like, well, shit.
Well, everyone kept on saying that was a waste of vote. Do you agree with that?
No, not at all. Because the more you build the third party vote and the third party stuff, then later it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger. And
every year or every election.
You're doing it sort of for the future, and you're doing it for your conscience. If you really like that person that you're fucking casting your vote for, that's what voting's all about. It's about freedom, and we all have the right to do it. And so, therefore, you do it for who you want.
You know what?
It's nobody else's vote. It's your vote.
You know what's crazy to me is that 11,000 people that day on election day woke their asses up, got up, walked to they got to their polling station, stood in line, and voted for fucking Harambe.
15,000 people, right, or something?
It was 11 or 15,000. Like a huge amount of people voted for a dead gorilla rather than these two fucking buffoons that were running. You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
okay, so
buffoonery.
Somebody basically explained it. Somebody who I respect greatly made this analogy. He says to me, Steve, you're taking this way too seriously. He says, listen, let me break it down for you. You're up to your neck in diarrhea, okay? Somebody throws a bucket of vomit at you. Are you going to duck at that point? You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Do you see the analogy? Like, vomit is clearly less toxic than diarrhea. So, to me, it made sense because it was like, well, I don't know, like I don't know who the diarrhea is and who the vomit is in that equation, but motherfucker, like we were just fucked either way. So
we were, and I understand the fucking diarrhea. Like we were fucked either way because we get fucked. But the whole thing is fucked. The whole thing is just ass fucked. You know what I mean? It's really stupid. It's really stupid. And the fact we only had two choices, fucking put a fucking dick in my ass is what it fucking did, Steve.
So, well, with that and you got grabbed by the pussy big time. Well, as we all did. But my thing is this. So let me get back to the speech. So I'm watching the speech, and he's got all his like family and friends and everybody up there. Did you see his little heathen fucking kid up there sitting in the front?
Yeah, it looked like the kid from Westworld. The kid that...
Well, he looked like the kid who says, red rum.
Yeah. My God.
It was... Well, first of all, let's be clear. Like, little kids in suits freak me out. But one thing I learned from that speech was that his little heathen fuck has definitely killed people before. He kept on... What was he doing with his eyes? He was blinking like a fucking madman. It was unbelievable to me. I could not stop watching... That little fuck. He's not a little fuck. I'm sorry. What is he, like 7? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. But this is F Your Life Radio. I mean, it's allegedly.
Well, he was bumming me out. Why wear a suit? You're fucking freaking me out, man.
Especially
I've seen Children of the Corn.
Especially when talking heads exist. It's like... You know what I mean? When you have talking heads and we're Oh, this is fitting, actually. This is called Burning Down the House. Is the name of the fucking thing. So.
Well, and then obviously... So let me ask you this. So what's the new first lady? What's her name? Melania. She's pretty hot. Is she going to... and we've all seen her naked.
Yeah, that's
allegedly.
Right. That's right.
Well, not allegedly. We've definitely seen her naked. That's the first lady I've ever seen naked before.
Well, not we've all. The we've all is allegedly, but I definitely have. I have the internet, so you know what I mean.
You have confirmed.
I don't know that you put a name on.
Did she tone down her out? Like, do you picture her walking around the White House in just like panties and shit? Or do you think she tones it down?
No, I don't even. The White House is so weird. It's just like a weird thing. It's like,
do they actually live there?
Do they live there?
Yeah.
Is it just a monument? Like, I don't understand. Like, there's the Oval Office. Like, that just seems like it's all for show. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm fucking stupid and they're living in Arizona. But like, you can tour the place where people live. I get that it is
certain sections of it.
Important part of America. I mean, obviously, it's you know what I mean. It's a key critical.
Is she going to be getting piped by a Secret Service on the low?
Well, oh my God. See, jeez.
If you're a Secret Service guy, do you like maybe place like a low key bet? Like, hey, who can like smash that first?
Who can smash first?
Well, he's working on his third marriage? Fourth marriage?
Weird.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it just sounds weird.
Is he gonna hire somebody to do his spray tan? Is there gonna be a first spray tanner?
A first spray tanner.
That's what I want to know.
Fucking Tenario. That's silly.
Yeah. Well, doesn't he do that? He does the spray tan thing,
yeah, I think so. I think he's spray tanning.
I mean, he's a very nice shade of orange, right? Which is crazy.
What world do we live in? Like, what even is this world?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, the game has changed. You don't need one shred of experience to be the leader of the free world. I mean, can I run? Can fucking...
Well, no. I mean, I get what you're saying. But obviously he had a lot of money and power.
And he got a shit ton of airtime.
He got airtime, like all sorts of airtime. I mean, he was... like a captivating figure, but you know what? It's like, fuck him. On the same thing, on the same hand, though, I knew the crybabies were coming, dude.
Oh, the backlash.
The backlash and all this.
Unbelievable.
These crybabies, dude. It's like, first of all, you motherfuckers didn't do this when Bernie was getting cuckolded and he had to suck the devil woman's dick.
Yeah,
you know
allegedly.
What I mean? Allegedly, when he was sucking fucking HRC's fucking dick.
But they did. I mean? They did fuck, and they all got together and fucked him over. I mean, this is
they had
all
like
documented,
a sex party,
right? I mean, they had a what do you call that?
I was at my job, and then the next thing I know, Bernie's doing still really well.
Okay.
And the next thing I know, it says Bernie has exclusive meeting like at the White House, like with Obama.
Oh, this is months ago.
Yeah, this was months ago. And then I was at my job, like on lunch break, like watching this thing go down on the fucking news on the TV, and it's like, what? Like, what's he? Oh, and then the next thing I know, it's like, out. You just got your ass came in, buddy. Yeah. Like, come on. I went to his rallies. I was voting for him. You and me got into like an argument that was started out like political. By the way, I got into a fight with my cousin. That was fucking intense.
Oh, as a result of the Trump thing?
As a result of just politics, and then it led to like personal shit, dude.
It always snowballs.
You know what I mean? But you know what? This is divisive time. People are dividing. Like the families are dividing. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just a silly time.
There's a lot. There's so many different things to be divided over too. Like there's a whole fuck ton of shit that you can be divided over now at this point. And now there's so many different like causes now. And so is the backlash about what you thought it was going to be?
It's just, I knew it, man. And
or is it worse?
It's the biggest hypocritical horse shit I've ever fucking heard. There's this thing called mansplaining.
Okay.
That
just sounds Lil Wayne weird.
It's when a man, it's Lil Wayne weird.
It just sounds weird. I don't know that you put a name on.
Mansplaining, when a man...
Wait, mansplain to me what mansplaining means.
Yeah. It's when a man condescends a woman, Steve. Oh. God, didn't you know that?
I was not aware of that.
It's when a man does it to a woman. You know what I mean? Fuck that. We're human beings.
Yeah.
We're human fucking beings, man.
Yeah.
I get that there's two sexes. I get that.
Well, no,
but the logic is false. It's a hypocritical false logic. Because the minute you say the word man in the thing of the mansplaining, you are automatically making it sexist.
Right.
You're making
when you
it
divide
sexist.
it off top.
When you divide it off top,
right from the
you're hypocritically, oxymoronically making it the reverse thing that you're trying to fucking do.
Well, I don't know what you just said, so I'm just going to take it as disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And it's really, really stupid. And it's that attitude.
Right.
And I read some articles about this, but it's that attitude that alienated, pissed off white guys who went out and voted for a guy like Donald Trump.
You know think that's what it came down to?
Yeah, because you know what? Like, dude, you can't alienate people. Those people that are crying about this whole thing, they bully you with the social justice warrior stuff and all that.
This is a lot of this millennial, nose piercing garbage.
No, exactly. Well, the thing is like they will bully you and be intolerant to your intolerance. It's like, well, no. If someone wants to be a fucking idiot jerk off, let them go be an idiot jerk off.
Yeah.
They're allowed to be.
Yeah.
An idiot fucking... And you can tell because my voice
I was just going to say, I know it's real because
you know what I mean?
The pitch of your voice.
You understand, man? but and so the hypocrisy of it all...
Right.
Is what I think caused this. Because then you had all those people go out to vote. You know who called this?
Who?
Michael Moore said that this could happen.
Oh,
he was against Trump.
Yeah.
But Michael Moore said that
he makes those crazy ass movies, right?
Yeah, allegedly he said that this could happen because of the pissed off. Because it's a conversation. Look, if you want somebody to understand, like the newer thing, the modern, the progressive thing,
to become progressive.
I get that. I'm just as much liberal as I am conservative. So it's like, if you want someone to get it, you have a conversation. You say, hey, man, you know, for all this time, this thing's been this way. Right. And so, you know, it's coming out now that, like, it's just an insensitive way to kind of put things. So if you can kind of help out and watch that stuff.
Or be conscious of it.
Be conscious of it, like, moving forward.
Yeah.
It would help us all be, like, better together.
Right.
What's wrong with that fucking statement right there?
I mean, it sounds cornball, but it's, I mean, I get it.
But like, exactly. This is F Your Life Radio. I sound like a fucking...
No, but like, I get the point you're making, though.
Yeah,
like,
if that was the conversation, more people would have been less pissed off, and we'd all progress a little bit better. But no, those people are hypocrites. They're fucking bullies. And my opinion, being too far on one side or the other is unhealthy.
Extreme anything. I've been saying that. Extreme anything is all bad.
Extreme anything is way too unhealthy.
Extreme right, extreme left. Dude. There needs to be a motherfucking balance.
The only Siths, Steve, from my Jedi, you know, wisdom, deal in absolutes. Only
Sith sauce boss.
The Sith sauce boss. Only Siths deal in absolutes. So there you have it. I mean, that's my fucking... Those people are going to cry. The thing is, though, on the flip side of that, too, they're allowed to cry. Well, they have that freedom, too. So I can't be a hypocrite by saying my stuff.
And let's be clear, when Obama won in the first time in 2008, there was a lot of good old boy redneck
Was there
backlash.
was there some redneck alleged?
There was a lot of that. You know,
Jeez.
So a lot of the good old boys have been fired up, you know, the entire time. So, I don't know, man. I don't know where we go from here. I know that he talked a lot of shit. I didn't vote. I want to be clear. And maybe that makes me a shithead. I don't know. But I honestly felt like, to me, I couldn't bring myself to vote for either one of them. And I couldn't get with the third-party cats either. Like, I probably should have voted for Harambe.
Yeah, Harambe would have been fucking... I mean, look, I get that people are trying to say that helped impact the other side or one way or another. That's actually false. This was if you look at the numbers, this was one of the lowest voter turnouts we've ever had.
Yeah.
So if everybody raised up, and if the same people who are pissed off now got pissed off about that whole, actually read the WikiLeaks stuff and actually read it and got pissed off about that then, maybe we wouldn't be in this position.
Yeah.
Maybe they would have revolted and maybe said, hey, you know, get Bernie in there. He sounds like he's the better guy.
Is she sitting back somewhere laughing right now?
Yeah. You know what I mean? She was the guy. She's not the girl. He was right. Bernie was right about what he said, like, about her. It's like, and then he conceded to the, you know, on that side or whatever. But it's all fucking piss water, dude.
The DNC blew a 3-1 lead.
They blew a 3-1 lead.
None of that changes the fact.
Speaking of sports.
Yes, sir. I was just going to say, none of that changes the fact that there is a lot going on in my world right now.
So yeah, we're and just so that our listeners know, appreciate everybody listening. By the way,
yes,
Soy
sir.
Sauce
Shout
Boss
out.
loves you, and EYL Radio loves you.
Shout out.
But fucking, we want to talk about the stuff that's more common in our lives. I'm always crying about fucking. You know what I mean? Some sort of like issue this or issue that or politics or some sort of like movie thing that just came out. Doctor Strange or something was a
Shout
tight
out.
movie. You're very into sports and stuff.
I am.
And EYL Radio.
It's tribal for me, man.
It's tribes.
I takes that shit very fucking seriously, man. And it's popping for me right now. The Oakland Raiders are 7-2. What the fuck is good? Holler at me.
No,
Raider
that's
Nation all day. It's unbelievable. The last time the Raiders were in first place like this late in the year, was around 15 years ago. I am fucking juiced right now. And let me tell you something else. Not only are we going to win this division, we're going to go deep into the playoffs.
No, that's
deep.
what's up. I have Derek Carr on my fantasy squad.
Good look.
You know what I mean?
Good look, man.
I also have Tom Brady, so Derek Carr
I
just
have
kind of
Tom
plays
Brady.
in.
And you know, coincidentally, my fantasy team is 7-2. Holler.
Yeah.
Holler
No,
the
that's-
fuck back.
That's good.
The Golden State Warriors are on fire right now. You know what's fucked up to me is every time. By the way, let's be clear. Dubs all day. I'm a huge Warriors fan, so you may hear a lot of Bay Area partial sports.
Well,
out to
EYL
the
Radio was born in the Bay.
It was.
Sorry.
Founded.
I didn't cut you off there.
No.
EYL Radio was born in the Bay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Shout out.
fuck them.
Yeah. Basically, so the Golden State Warriors are okay, they started off a little slow. It's still very, very early in the year, let's be clear. But they lost every time. You know what's funny is every time the Warriors lose a game, the fucking internet shuts down. Like, it's an 82 game season, motherfuckers. Like, are we literally gonna meme the shit out of us every time the Warriors lose a fucking game?
I know. It's Crying Jordan. 2016 is going
Yeah.
to be summed up by Donald Trump,
Yeah.
Crying Jordan,
Yeah.
and Harambe.
Yeah. Straight up.
That's it.
Man. Straight up.
It's memes have taken over the world.
Well, essentially, I mean, Donald Trump sort of memed his way into the presidency. I mean, there were memes that helped him out. Like, it was it was
I don't think you
crazy.
understood what was said. This was locker room talk.
Yeah. So the Warriors. So let's be clear. Okay, a lot of people are hating on the Warriors. They're saying it's a super team. They're all against. Okay, in theory, I am against the super team. Now, let me tell you why the Golden State Warriors are not your average quote unquote super team. Okay, we signed Kevin Durant, who in the offseason, which arguably top 3, NBA players in the league, best players in the league. I would say top 5 for sure, arguably top 3. I mean, I think of him, I think of Steph, and I think of LeBron's pussy ass as the top 3 players in the league. And now you can,
Allegedly, but yeah, he's a fucking pussy.
he's a fucking pussy.
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant would kick his ass.
Well, that's I mean, fuck Kobe too if you want to get real, but whatever. He's
Exactly. Classic thing for me is Jordan. So.
Yeah. Well, we grew up in the Jordan era. But let me tell you why the Warriors are not your classic super team. Because Draymond Green, okay, drafted, homegrown talent in the Warriors organization. Klay Thompson, drafted by the Warriors, homegrown within the Warriors organization. Steph fucking Curry with the shot, boy, drafted by the Warriors. Multiple teams passed on all these guys. So when I think of a super team, I think of like the Heat did in 2010
Chris
or
Bosh or
2009
whatever.
when it was a fucking family field trip to Miami and everybody fucking signed with them. With a D Wade. Well, D Wade was already there, but LeBron's pussy ass, Chris Bosh's very sexually questionable ass. Like,
Which is not a big deal either way. It doesn't matter.
It
if he
doesn't
does
matter,
that.
but I'm just saying that just sort of is what it is. But and then Boston with that in 2008 or 7, whenever the fuck that was, when they got Kevin Garnett, and they already had Paul Pierce, but then Ray Allen, aka Jesus Shuttlesworth, went and hopped over there. So like you had family field trips to one certain team where the Warriors were already an established, homegrown. Everybody was drafted who was balling was drafted by the Warriors, homegrown and groomed by the Warriors.
Right. No, that makes sense. Yeah. It
And so they went
different.
And I get the backlash on KD. Like, trust me, I get it. Like, they're saying he lost to the Warriors in the playoffs on Oklahoma last year. Like, you lose to the Warriors, so then you just, instead of like trying to get better and you join them, like, okay, I see that, because Jordan could have easily, went to the Pistons, like when they were going through their things. When with rivalries like that, like people, that's what people are saying. But my thing is this: him and Westbrook were played on Oklahoma for 8 fucking years. 8 years. It wasn't like
they had their chance.
Right, exactly. It wasn't like they were just getting started and they had this whole thing like they had
Westbrook.
so much more to grow and progress. No, dude, he was on there for 8 fucking years,
right.
And they lost in the semifinals or the conference finals every single fucking time.
Well, he had the little B curse, little B,
yes,
and then he lifted it.
Little B has since lifted the curse, and by the way, that curse is very fucking real.
It's real,
and because you know who else
was
caught that curse was your boy, the beard, Harden, fuck boy.
Oh yeah, Harden,
yeah. So
my Arizona homie.
What, is he from Arizona?
I don't know if he was from here, but he went to U of A.
Sure. He went to U of A. Yeah. I didn't know if he was from Arizona or not.
I don't know.
There's some ballers actually that are from Arizona. Terrell Suggs is from Mesa. Yeah. Actually, if you see him in the, you watch that show Ballers. You watch that show.
Yeah.
He's always rocking a
Arizona. That's
Diamondbacks
right. Diamondbacks. That's
he's
right.
from Mesa. So, which is.
And who was that? The guy? I think he won a Super Bowl. He was the tight end from the Ravens. He's from like Chandler. He was from like when their era.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
There's a couple cats that are from out here.
Heath Miller, was it, or something like that?
No. He was on. He's on Pittsburgh.
Oh,
he was on Pittsburgh, but on the Steelers or whatever. But throwback, Mike Bibby is from Arizona.
Yeah. No. Shout out Mike Bibby.
Yo, he was. I love those teams where he was on the Kings. It was him and Weber and Vlade. And man, they were definitely doing their thing. I shout out to all the real Warriors fans, by the way, because there's a whole new like sort of bandwagon fan base, and that happens with any franchise,
any team that wins like that
has success. You're a hardcore Cardinals fan. Is it safe to say that? I mean, you guys are.
We
this
didn't
year,
even have 1 million Facebook likes until the last couple of years,
right? So you had the one, by the way, what was that? When you guys played Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl, was that 2008?
2008. It was the 2009 Super Bowl, but it was the 2008 season.
2008 season. That was one of the best Super Bowls. I still talk about that Super Bowl that I have personally watched because I'm sure it does. But from a fan standpoint, can you not say that was one of the best played Super Bowls? The 80-yard joint to Fitzgerald.
Oh, my God, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so much crazy. I mean, I can't even believe it, dude.
It was unbelievable.
Our buddy attributes that loss to like a different situation, like a superstition that happened, which is funny.
Well, that's sports, though.
Yeah, sports have like that's crazy. We
Heavily
should
superstitious.
Let's talk about that sometime.
Well,
as far as superstitions in sports.
Look at this. Look at with Steve Bartman.
Yeah,
he's finally allowed to come. I hope they're going to let him come home now.
They should put him in the fucking parade.
Well, the parade already happened.
The poor damn guy.
Yeah. Well, they should at least build a statue for him or get him a hand job or something.
Right.
Like fucking
suck his dick.
Yeah, well, something,
fucking
man.
Something.
Yeah, or don't just like keep kicking him in the loaf. All loaves matter.
All loaves matter.
You know what I mean?
As far as my Cardinals, it's like I hope they can turn around the season. They still have a shot. They love playing from the underdogs.
Well, here's why. And here, I'm not too... I don't really care one way about the Cardinals either way. Let's be clear. But I don't hate the Cardinals. I don't necessarily like the Cardinals. I pull for them when they're playing the Winers. But here's why you guys still have a shot. The NFC West is very weak this year.
It's kind of trashy.
You guys, where traditionally that has been one of the stronger divisions in football. Now the AFC West is arguably the best division in football. You've got the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chiefs, who all are potential playoff teams.
Yeah, that just sounds like a nightmare for any team.
It's unbelievable because traditionally the AFC West used to be a fucking organic trash bag,
right?
Like collectively,
right?
That just sounds weird.
That was my whole thing with this. So now it's weird how the tables sort of turn. Meanwhile, we've got a whole Any Given Sunday situation happening in Dallas with Dak. And you remember in Any Given Sunday...
That guy is lights out. Look, I don't like Dallas. They used to play in our division because I'm a longtime Cardinals fan, too.
Right.
My dad did business with fucking Gary Clark.
Oh, that's right. You guys were in the East way back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Yeah.
We played the Cowboys, and they always fucking beat our ass.
Well, that was in the Troy Aikman days and shit, Emmitt Smith. But let me ask you this.
But that guy's lights out.
When Romo is healthy... Does he deserve a job?
No, dude. No. They found the future.
This man is winning them games.
They found
They
it.
are sitting on top of football, shitting on everybody right now.
They finally got their fucking shit.
It's literally like Any Given Sunday. You remember that movie?
Yeah, no,
Willie Beeman.
I always, we should get a clip from that. The Willie Beeman got the ladies steaming. Oh man, that's a good fucking movie. But,
Unbelievable. That was
yeah.
Oliver Stone, by the way, which is really fucking weird.
Oliver Stones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's come through with some. Every single movie he makes is like a 2.5 hour long music video and shit. Like, why does he make all these weird?
I know.
Remember in Natural Born Killers? Wasn't that Oliver Stone?
Yeah.
And I know Quentin Tarantino, my man, shout out, was loosely involved in that film, but he directed that, and that was literally like an acid trip.
The whole movie was an acid trip. Yeah.
No, allegedly. Not that we know what acid trips are like.
Doctor Strange was kind of like that too. Speaking of movies,
I keep seeing previews. What was that?
Dude, it was just a big.
Is that a comic book?
It's a comic book
pussy getting thing.
But it's a comic book thing, but it's really good.
What? Explain the premise. What is it?
So this doctor loses the use of his hands, and he's a big time surgeon, and because he gets into an accident, so then he has to go and seek out alternative medicine, and he ends up in India where he finds this. First, he talks to somebody who was a paraplegic who ended up walking again and like playing basketball.
Right.
And then he goes to fucking India and then meets this like sorcerer chick. They take him in.
Okay, you lost me.
You know what I mean? And then they give him like the magic namaste powers, and then he fucking kicks ass and like goes on these head
Is this
trips.
a Marvel thing?
It's a Marvel thing, yeah.
Hey, so by the way, the other day I was with Soy Sauce Boss actually. I finally saw Deadpool because the whole comic book thing isn't really my lane,
Deadpool's
so to
the
speak.
shit, dude.
I know it's a lot of people. I'm like around 30 comic book movies behind. Around 30, give or take. But I know that 10 minutes into that, he was getting fucked in the ass with a strap on. Which was crazy for a comic book. Does that happen a lot in
That
comics?
never happens. That was one of a kind.
Okay. Because that movie was actually not like any other Tobey Maguire, comic book movie that I've seen. But that shit was... I really enjoyed it, though. I really definitely enjoyed that. So, okay. Anyways, enough of that Marvel talk. That's locker room talk.
Yeah, it's locker room. It's all.
So okay, I know. Fuck the Chris isn't here, but in his spirit, we will be doing the news still.
I got a couple things. I just have a couple things that are like my own things I wanted to like kind of bring.
Okay, so is this fucked up news or
it's fucked up? It's fucked up news.
It's fuck the Chris news.
It's fuck the Chris news.
Yeah,
you're sick, Chris. So I'm taking over.
What do you got?
All right,
Fucked up news, go.
Here it is. So I'm going to play something for you right now. It's going to go for a couple minutes, or not a couple minutes, but it's going to go for a little bit.
Okay.
When the truth's not needed, I beat it. I come from La Migra, streets kid, I'm gyro.
Okay,
Why's he acting up, backing up when the trash is up? If it's trash, I'ma pass the buck. Tell me why though? Because I'm testing me.
I want to
for the
know
best
what
of
you
me.
think. Is this
Trying
ill?
to ensure this legacy. Geico. Talk shit, I pop up, I'm popping these, popping G, popping C, I get you high as poppy seeds. Copy me, you ain't Heather Knox and me. Roger me, check me. Evidently, kid is transcending. Goddamn,
is that sick?
It's a hell of a day.
Yeah.
Sat here jammed between Heather
sounds
and
like he might need to get
It's a
sent to
dream,
boarding school.
Yes, sir, I'm the belle of the ball. Never thought my rhyme style was eligible.
Oh, that was tight.
Negligible, unintelligible. Now I'm exceptional, unquestionable.
Okay.
No question, I'm full. My cup, it runneth over. This shit's going viral. Yup, I'm taking over. Better than I've been. Alert, sober. Me, I've been a G since he knew.
That is Shia LaBeouf on Sway.
Was he busting like that?
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf. So
no way.
I wanted to bring that to the table and see if anybody fucking heard that.
He was busting like that?
Yeah.
Was that on Sway's show?
Sway on the 5 Fingers of Death freestyle.
I saw something about that, and I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, it's real.
Stay kosher, shirt fold. Stay kosher, shirt folder. Good kid, slow roll like a hurt bowler. Goddamn, I'm here. You're nowhere.
Wait, he's a lunatic though, right? Isn't he sort of a crazy man? Doesn't he snap on people all the time and shit?
He actually, if you look... It's funny.
Because I keep seeing different things where he loses his mind in public or something.
He's an artist.
Okay.
So what he does is he creates this image that he wants you to feel and see.
Okay.
But he's actually not that at all. I think he's just a normal genius.
He's putting on like a front.
Yeah. And I think Kanye West
people...
does that too, by the way.
You don't think he's really a fucking lunatic?
When the behind closed doors, I think Kanye West is like, hey man, what's going on? Come on in, like let's
just
work.
Super normal.
Yeah. Let's work on stuff.
Oh, and he just spazzes like on social media and like because I know he's got the thing where he refuses to smile for paparazzi and shit. So you think that like really behind closed doors, he's like a very like well mannered, like
a nice
approachable
Poster. You're no, sir. I'm closer. To toaster. I'm solar.
Sway had him on.
I'm not, sir. I'm Rockster. You're novice. I'm honest. I'm Costner. I'm Kevin. You're second to a monster. Roger, I'm a prosper.
Shit.
You are.
That's dude.
He's kind of gassing a little bit.
So
I mean, he kind of needs to get sent to boarding school a little bit, but like that's but he's kind of gassing.
The next thing I have was Bill Burr, who's a friend of ours.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
We wish. Shout out Bill Burr. He's fucking
Shout
hilarious.
out Bill Burr, man. For real.
His take on Trump on Conan. And I want to play it for you.
Oh, he was on Conan?
He was on
I
Conan.
fucks with Conan O'Brien
Conan
heavy.
is the shit.
I fucks with him.
Dude, the star of a reality show is going to run the country. But they decided if Brett Michaels or Cyndi Lauper would make a better CEO for a company that doesn't exist.
Wow.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Why the Cyndi Lauper slander,
I know.
man?
And then
girls just want to have fun.
He also said this. This is really funny.
He was the shit, though. He was like, he just reminded me like when I didn't read the book and I'm just winging it, you know? How you gonna do that? Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
You'll see. His locker room.
Shout out Bill Burr, man.
It's hilarious.
I have a fine little shout out. I would like to speak. I know he's not going to hear this yet, but one day he will. Antonio Brown of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You fuck you. I have him. I drafted him number 1 in my league. On my fantasy team.
He's the nastiest wide receiver.
Well, he is,
history
but he needs to wake it the entire fuck up.
Oh, is he having
He's every other game. I know it's still early. We still got, what do we have?
8 games?
8 games left. I don't know math, by the way. But 7 games left. But either way, he needs to wake it the fuck up because I took him number 1. I really rolled the dice. And some weeks it's paid off and some weeks it definitely has not. He's been asleep. I need you to wake it the fuck up. Also, shout out my man, Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors. I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen very carefully. Wake it the fuck up. He finally did yesterday. There was a Klay sighting. But he has been in the biggest slump. Dating back to the playoffs, he's been in one of the biggest shooting slumps I've ever fucking seen. And I get it. You're very... I know you're out there on the scene and you love hitting the clubs out there in Oakland and San Francisco and everything like that.
Sounds weird.
Get in the fucking gym, brother.
Jesus.
Hit the open looks.
You're so sports.
God. I'm passionate about it.
Did you ever, switching gears just a little bit before we have 2 minutes left.
I had to breathe that out, sorry.
We have 2 minutes left, by the way.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say the last thing is that Curb Your Enthusiasm production started. It already started.
I heard, and I'm fucking juiced.
So that's out.
I'm juiced.
So those aren't necessarily fucked up news, but it's my fucking news segment this time, Chris. It's mine. So I'll do what I want with it. Okay?
Shout out Chris the Key, man. Oh, by the way, I want to last minute plug. So we will be at the Arizona Hip Hop Festival November 19th. It's a Saturday. Pull up. We are going to be out there with the boots, stickers, T-shirts, all that fly shit. Definitely come say what's up. It's going to be a good time.
When this show airs, it's going to be the Saturday in a couple days from literally right now when you're listening to this.
Right. So it'll be sure. When you listen. So this will air on Wednesday.
This is going to air Wednesday the 16th. You go to this show.
It's going to be all day long.
On Saturday the 19th.
Have a bunch of rappers peddle you their mixtapes. It's going to be a good time.
Come on.
It's an all-day thing. It's actually going to be a monumental event. I mean,
it really is.
It's the mayor is involved. It's going to be a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
So definitely pull up on us. We're going to have a booth. Are we inside? We're inside,
I think we're inside.
It's at Comerica Theater. Is that downtown Phoenix?
Downtown Phoenix.
Okay. Definitely pull up. But, if you can't make it, shout out. You can definitely get you don't have to pull up there to get our merch. Go to keyedclothing.com and get all that fly shit.
Boom, bam.
And other than that, F Your
Go
Life.
to our website.
Yeah, EYLradio.com, Facebook.com/FYourLifeRadio, at EYL_radio on Instagram, and don't fucking die.
And give me a blowjob.
Not, sir. You're a tosser, a toddler. Luke, I'm your father. But I ain't in that, though. What I am is I'm criminal with syllables and pronouns. Watch how it goes down. Yeah, my whole sounds profound. Freestyle with sway. You would think I was a pro now.
F Your Life Radio Podcast with Big Steve, Chris the Key, and Soy Sauce Boss.